Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We are live for another World Cup qualifier. We've already had today Wales winning in Kazakhstan, beating the Kazakhs in Astana 1-0 with an incredibly fortunate one, it has to be said. Kazakhstan hit the post, hit the bar twice, and Wales winning narrowly 1-0. But tonight, we're going to be watching Northern Ireland in Luxembourg. Let's see. The couple of Premier League players on show, quite a few Premier League players on show actually, but it'll be interesting to see exactly how Northern Ireland get on tonight in Luxembourg. Another British team. And let me know your predictions. Let me know what you're thinking on this one. Neither side particularly favourites, let's say, for the World Cup. They're in a group with Germany and Slovakia. Germany and Slovakia play tonight as well, of course. But Northern Ireland and Luxembourg have got a real challenge on their hands to make the World Cup. So, be interesting to see exactly how tonight goes down. Lineups are as follows. For Northern Ireland, it's Peacock Farrell in goal. It's Tull, Paddy McNair and Hume at the back. Devaney, McCann, Charles, Galbraith and Connor Bradley at right wing back. And then up front, it is Jamie Reid of Stevenage and Isaac Price of West Brom, obviously recently signed for West Brom from Standard Liège after a spell in Everton's academy. So, be interesting to see how he gets on tonight. Young Isaac Price up front. Just don't know how many games he's played for the national team. He's played a fair few, actually, hasn't he, in terms of the friendlies and stuff, but not any. Oh, he's done a fair few, actually. I thought it was fairly new, but 21, he's actually done all right. Georgina, how's it going? Good to see you. Scrum Down Live, good to see you too. I have a soft spot for Luxembourg after that result they got us in Mike Bassett's magic. Go on, Luxembourg. Right, okay, sorry, I'm catching up with TikTok. One sec, I'm not ignoring you. Let me come to you. But it's live on BBC Three, by the way. If anyone does want to watch along, you can watch this one live on BBC Three. At the Stade de Luxembourg tonight. Nearly 10,000 capacity stadium. Okay, what we saying? Daniel Levy, way. Hey, what about Daniel Levy resigning? Hey, that is big news, isn't it? LG says Brownhill going to Al Shabaab Medical tomorrow. Josh Brownhill off to Saudi. What do we make of that? What we saying? Luke Etherington, when is the Champions League season? Champions League starts in about 2 weeks' time, actually. I think it is 2 weeks exactly. Tuesday and Wednesday, rather. LG, what number channel is that? BBC Three is, if you're watching on Sky, it's number 107. Or on Virgin, rather, it's 107. Sebs, yo, not being rude, just asking why did you choose Northern Ireland versus Luxembourg instead of any other games? Well, I guess two reasons. One, it's a British country, isn't it? You know, we're after supporting the home counties and all that sort of thing, the home country. So, yeah, I do think I would have probably favoured watching games for Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland over any others. And also, to be honest, there wasn't a huge amount of other games on tonight that I felt was worth watching. I mean, there's Bulgaria against Spain. I think Spain will walk that one. There's Germany against Slovakia. Again, I think Germany will walk that one. And Netherlands against Poland. Again, I think Netherlands will walk that one. Other than that, you've got the African Nations games, or the African World Cup qualifiers, which are Algeria against Botswana, Cameroon against Eswatini, Mali v Comoros, or Tunisia v Liberia. And I just looked at it and weighed it up, and I thought, you know what? I would rather personally watch Northern Ireland against Luxembourg. So, hey, I've chosen this one. I don't know. Why not? Plus, it's on telly, innit? It's on telly, so it's easier. Reese, Key, this is another one. This is going to be another 0-0, and it has to be a record. Sebs, no, fair enough. I'm Polish, so hoping for at least a tie. Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to slate. Didn't mean to slate the Poles. I've got a soft spot for Poland. I like Poland a lot. Been to Krakow many times. I actually had my stag do in Krakow. It's a nice place. What we saying? Copper, something I don't understand. Your match choices, not gonna lie. Well, why not? Why not? I mean, to be honest, Copper, there's not really a huge amount of other alternatives tonight, other than unless we fancied watching Cameroon against Eswatini. Shelley, how's it going, Shelley? Chimey, good to see you, Chimey. How's things? Ollie, what games you watching this weekend, Key? I need to do my schedule. I took a little bit longer on my thumbnails for these two because I don't know if you've noticed. You might not have noticed, but there are some slight subtle changes to my thumbnails. I'm trying to get better with each one to try and make them a little bit more standouty and try and get a few more people in. I don't know. I'm just working at it and seeing what happens. Sebs, well, the only games we actually believe in are the friendlies. Cody, you got Exeter City kit. I haven't got an Exeter kit. No, it's one of the few. I say one of the few. I've got lots and lots of kits that I haven't got, but Exeter's, in terms of lower league British teams, I haven't got Exeter's. No. Copper, Netherlands versus Poland, I would say, but you never know. Maybe your game is going to be some crazy game. Who knows? Yeah, it just you never can tell. To be fair, I was going to watch Lithuania against Malta because Lithuania were overwhelming favourites in that one, and Malta scored in the 84th minute. There were 2 red cards, one for each team, and then Lithuania scored a 97th minute penalty to equalise. So, yeah, you just never know. Some games are really good. Some games you think are going to be brilliant, and they're pretty crap. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Cody Rhodes says, big up Lithuania. Harimi Habibi, what game are you doing tomorrow? So, tomorrow, I was going to do Denmark against Scotland. That was the game that I was originally planning on doing tomorrow. However, I have been told that I should do, and I have been advised that I need to do, actually, Sudan against Senegal. So that is the game that I am covering tomorrow night. Sudan against Senegal. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff. I'll be live at about 7. So yes, tomorrow you've just said you should do one of the African games. I am indeed doing one of the African games. We're doing Sudan against Senegal tomorrow, 7 p.m. So I'll be doing that. And I may even do one of the early games because there are some games kicking off kind of earlier on in the day, maybe in Africa as well. South Sudan v DR Congo, Somalia v Guinea, Kenya v Gambia, Namibia v Malawi. Any of those could work. Maybe Benin v Zimbabwe or Lesotho v South Africa. Uganda v Mozambique or Djibouti v Burkina Faso. Could do some of them, couldn't we? Or maybe we just leave it and I'll do the Senegal v Sudan game. I'll see. I shall see. Right, well, we're coming up to kick-off now. What are we saying? Sorry. Sebs, I've always thought I followed you, but I never, so just gave you a follow. Cheers, man. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Cody Rogues, I'm a Lithuanian fan from UK. Nice. I've got a Lithuanian scarf, which I would never have ever got before, but many years ago, I think it was 2006, Liverpool, my team, that's who I support, Liverpool played FBK Kaunas in the Champions League, you may remember, and I swapped my scarf. I tend to do it if we meet any away fans. I swapped my scarf with an FBK Kaunas fan, so I've got a scarf from Lithuania with FBK Kaunas on. What are we saying? LG, what channel is Sudan Senegal on? It's on FIFA, mate. Cody Rhodes, mega fan, who's playing tonight? We're watching Luxembourg against Northern Ireland. I've just done the lineups, but I'll go through them again in a second. Ryan, given everyone's fit, what would your main England midfield 3 and left winger be? There's a varying debate. My main England midfield three. I think Bellingham has to be in there, annoyingly. I don't like him, but I think he has to be in there. I think Rice has to be in there, and I think Wharton has to be in there. So that would probably be my midfield three. There's quite a few others who could stake a claim, but when I really sit down and think about the very, very best English midfielders, I can't really make a strong case that any are better than those three. I think Wharton, Rice, and Bellingham would be my midfield three. I'd like to have put in more of a defensive holding midfielder in there, someone who can allow Rice to get forward. But I think if you've got Bellingham in there, then you're kind of sacrificing that. So I would probably go for that. And left winger, left wing. Who would we put left wing? I don't actually know who I'd put left wing. It's a good question, that, actually. Left wing for England. There's not a huge, standout left wing player, is there really? It feels like on the right we're kind of overloaded with right-sided options. You get your Bowens and you've got Saka and all those sorts of players. But on the left, the ones I like, Anthony Gordon's a bit meh. Maybe he's not really a standout left. I mean, it depends, and because it remains to be seen how someone like Mikey Moore develops. I guess he could well be, but I think we end up, if we're not going to put Anthony Gordon there, then it ends up being someone who we're just kind of foisting over from the right wing and just making him play on the left. Harimi Habibi, good choice. Trust me, it's an intense group. Cody Rhodes, can I see the scarf? I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in this memorabilia room, but I have no idea, mate. King says hello. Liam Manning, evening. Key, good to see you. Cody Rhodes, if Pedro was English, he'd be in the lineup. That's true. Harimi Habibi, it feels like that's football in general too. That's very true, yes. Up the irons, how's it going? Good to see you. Actually, no, not up the irons, we are. Shit. Hey, you did all right the other day against Forest. Okay, right, we're about to get underway here in Luxembourg. Copper, Senegal is number 18 in the world, and Sudan is number 110. And Sudan have never won against Senegal in their history. But I feel like Sudan is not that bad. Maybe it's just me. Well, I guess we'll see tomorrow night. We'll watch it. We'll see how they get on. Shelley, did you know Daniel Levy has stepped down at Spurs, Key? I heard, yeah. I watched it, the news break before. I thought that was, yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how I'd feel about that as a Spurs fan. Copper, Rashford, but he is too lazy, but he's got the talent. Yeah, again, Rashford, if he does start to kick on, he could, I guess, he could be a player, couldn't he, Rashford? But he's never done it for years. Right, we're underway, I think. Well, nearly underway. I'm going to have to change the kit colour because I've put them in green and they're not. They're in white. So there you go. Georgina, how do you think the match is going to go? Hoping for a good result for Northern Ireland, but Bailey PF hasn't played for the national team in a while, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. Yeah, I'm rooting for Northern Ireland. Obviously, Conor Bradley plays for them, so I'm a big Liverpool fan, so I'm hoping Conor Bradley does well. Hopefully, he stays fit. That's probably the main thing I'm actually hoping for, is just Conor Bradley's okay. West Yorkshire lass, how's it going? Evening, good to see you. LG, what game are you watching Saturday? What game are we watching Saturday? Let's have a look. We've done obviously Friday's games. Saturday, I think we've got a couple, maybe 2 or 3, because there's League 1 and League 2 games on Saturday. So I don't know whether to watch. We can watch Newport against Bristol Rovers, which is League 2. That's a 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. Or we can watch the National League, Altrincham against Sutton United. Which one do you think we go for? Newport v Bristol or Altrincham against Sutton United in the National League? They are really the main two choices in Saturday's early kickoff. So I'm happy to do any of them. 3 o'clock on Saturday, I fancy Doncaster Rovers against Bradford City. That's probably the one that I'm going to end up doing. There's Lincoln v Wigan, Donny v Bradford, Huddersfield v Peterborough. That might be a decent game as well. Bolton Wanderers v Wimbledon, Plymouth v Stockport could be a good game. Port Vale v Leyton Orient, Rotherham v Exeter City, Wycombe v Mansfield, Barnet v Shrewsbury into League 2, Barrow Swindon, Cambridge Oldham. Lots and lots of League 2 games. So we've got all the League 2 and all the National League games on at 3 o'clock, basically. So I'm happy to watch any of them, but I will have to pick which one we want to actually go with. 5 o'clock, England v Andorra. Again, I'm not mad keen on doing it, but I'm kind of happy to. And then 7:45, assuming we want to do it, assuming there's appetite for it, we could do Republic of Ireland against Hungary. So I'll put that up to you guys and we can decide then. MFC TV says do the Morecambe game at 3. We did the Morecambe game the other night. Yeah, I was gutted Morecambe lost that one actually. Who are Morecambe playing? Oh, you're playing Boreham Wood. Yeah, Boreham Wood, 3 o'clock on Saturday. That'd be a good game, that. Oh, Northern Ireland are in. Must be 1-0. Oh, have you missed it? Oh, he's got to score there. It's a big save. Huge save from the Luxembourg keeper, that one. He's got to put that away. Shocking that from Reed. A really poor defending, it has to be said, from Luxembourg. And Jamie Reed just pounced on it. And he's one-on-one with the keeper. And he just hits it straight at him. Really poor finish. Copper says, I am surprised they didn't bring Joan Garcia to the Spain squad. Joan Garcia is, in my opinion, the best goalkeeper in La Liga right now. Better than Oblak. Really? Better than Courtois. Shelley, either I don't mind, I'll watch any. And Copper, do England need to support your country? No? Well, not really. No, I don't consider myself an England fan, Copper. I'm not, I don't hate England or anything like that. I just don't really care for the national side. I don't consider myself a patriot in any way. I have no interest at all in the English national team. It kind of defies all logic to me. It's not really, it ceases to be a national team. When it basically becomes just a football club, when you've got players like Grealish and Rice, who played for Ireland all the way through and then just decided to switch to England, and then, same with McTominay. McTominay played for England, and Elliot Anderson as well. It just doesn't seem to make sense to me. Potential penalty check here from Luxembourg. Northern Ireland could be on for a penalty here. What's he actually checking? Less than 5 minutes gone here, and there might well be a penalty given, and there is. There is going to be a penalty. He's going to go and have a look at it, and I think there might be a penalty to Northern Ireland here. Let's just watch this back. Is it a handball? Is it a handball? Oh, you can't give that. I'm sorry. That's shocking. That is absolute. I mean, listen, if they give it, I'm made up. Obviously, I'd rather Northern Ireland win it than not, but yeah, it's going to get given. That's going to get given. He basically does a dive-in Superman punch. He tries to punch the ball away. But I don't think... He's going for the header. He's trying to go with his head, but he goes with his hand, and it's going to be a penalty. It's nailed on penalty, Shelley. Yeah, it's going to be Luxembourg giving away a penalty. It is inside the area. There's no question at all. So we've got an early goal in this one, I think, or certainly an early penalty. 5 minutes in. Could it be? What's he doing there, says Liam? I know. Football Talk. Levy has backed down from the owner. Spurs are back. What's the issue with Levy at all? Honestly, I think Spurs fans, every time I speak to Spurs fans, I'm like, why? What's the issue with Levy? I think he's made Spurs the most profitable side in the country over the last 20 years. He's built you a new stadium. He's He's made you a massive club. He's got you to Champions League finals. I think Levy's done brilliant for his Spurs. And he's known as one of the, the most ruthless negotiators in football. Everything that you would want in an owner, I think Daniel Levy is that guy. Football Talk says, we want trophies. That's nothing to do with Daniel Levy. That is literally nothing to do... What do you actually want from an owner? Everything you... If you asked for an owner to actually... if you could pick an owner in any way, shape, like what would your owner look like? What would they do? It would be they would make money for the club, not be taking a mug out of, and let's do the penalty first. The penalty to Northern Ireland here. It's Isaac Price, young Isaac Price. He saved it. Tap in. There you go on the rebound. It was the rebound. Is there going to be a question about whether or not he encroached, actually? I don't think there is. No, it's going to be Reed, who actually won the penalty originally. It was Isaac Price who stepped up. He took the penalty. It was a big save from the keeper. He guessed right. Pushed it away, and then Reed smashes it in the bottom corner there. So there's going to be a claim. There's going to be maybe a check to see whether he was encroaching. But I don't think so, I think he might be all right. Luxembourg 0, Northern Ireland 1. Let's get the goals. Let's get the scoreboard up. Northern Ireland have scored. I think he's okay. There's going to definitely be a check on this one. Was he in the box when he hits that penalty? Big check here. Oh, I don't want to sound like Gary Neville, but he might be in a bit of trouble there. There's definitely going to be a check on this one. It's tight. If he's got away with it, he might be a lucky boy, but no, he has got away with it. It's done. Well done. There you go. Northern Ireland have taken the lead. Luxembourg 0, Ireland 1. Jamie Reid, Stevenage centre forward with the goal. Poor pen, says Liam Manning. Yeah, it wasn't great. Football Talk, he puts money on a table. He doesn't put big money on the table. Spurs have spent more than most over the last 10 years, mate. What are you talking about? What on earth are you talking about? Spurs have spent more than pretty much any team you care to mention. All the teams you're competing with, Spurs have spent more than. You've spent more than... Have a look. I invite you to have a look. So all these Spurs fans complaining about Daniel Levy, you are absolutely... You don't know what you've lost. You don't know what you've lost. I guarantee you will end up bringing someone in, and in another 12 to 18 months, you'll all be complaining that, oh, we've got this guy and he doesn't... Look at Newcastle. Look at Newcastle now. Shambles. JEFC says, not an England fan myself. Everton, that's it. This is it, mate. It's honest. Maybe it's just something us doing the Northwest. Maybe it's a Merseyside thing. I don't know. I don't really care for England at all. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Key says, evening, mate. Good to see you, mate. How's it going? Salford Tranmere. Newport says Cody Rhodes. Newport says LG. Ashton O'Reilly says, international break's going to be the death of me. Mate, there's loads of footy on. That's what we do on this channel. We watch football every day, even during the international break. Got loads of football on. Give us a follow. I'll talk you through it. We're doing all the games. I'll tell you where you can watch them and everything. It's wicked. Papa John says, European champions Spain have just scored. Yeah, Oyarzabal with the goal. G87, are you going to watch Germany versus Slovakia? No, mate. I'm watching Luxembourg versus Northern Ireland right now. Germany-Slovakia is on at the same time, isn't it? Shelley, nice kit, Northern Ireland. Georgina, he was definitely in the box. He was, wasn't he? I thought he'd encroach there. Shelley says, I heard some people won't work with him, i.e. sponsors, etc. They won't work with Daniel Levy. Why not? Copper says, last season, Joan Garcia carried Espanyol against relegation and had the most saves in La Liga that season. This season, he didn't slow down. He was man of the match last game and saved Barcelona from a loss. Oh, he's undoubtedly a good goalkeeper, Joan Garcia. No doubt at all. But I just wouldn't necessarily have said he was the best in La Liga. But hey, to each their own, mate. Maybe in time he will be. If you think he is, maybe he will be. Thank you for the gift, by the way, Papa John's. Always appreciated. Yamal and Williams are frightening for Spain. Samson Drury, McCann is a good midfielder for Northern Ireland. To be honest, Northern Ireland have got a few decent players who are maybe underrated. MFC TV says, if you do a Morecambe game, I will 110% watch it. We watched Morecambe the other day. I'll definitely be doing some more Morecambe games because I like the Shrimps. I'm intrigued by the whole, Ashveer Singh, Joe Hall and the Punjabi Warriors and everything. I thought the first goal the other day was absolutely incredible for Morecambe, and then you just kind of fell apart, didn't you? Forest Green Rovers came back, and yeah, it was a good performance from them in the end. They deserved the 3 points, but yeah, we'll certainly be watching more of Morecambe this season. We probably won't watch him at the 3 o'clock on Saturday against Boreham Wood, though, mate, just because I try to vary it up. I try and make sure we cover off a number of teams over the season and maybe every team over the course of the season, as many leagues as possible, so we get a nice mix. Shelley, the bird that was at Newcastle, Amanda Staveley, supposed to be interested in joining the Spurs board. Ooh. Well, she was allegedly. I mean, Newcastle fans would say otherwise. They would say that she was a nightmare and, ran the club into the ground or whatever. But I always thought she was quite capable. Played a big part in them getting the League Cup and everything. Copper, Courtois may be better, but for me as a Barca fan, he is. Okay, no problem. LG, are you just doing Sudan, Senegal tomorrow? I'm doing Sudan, Senegal for sure. I might do one of the early games. I don't know yet. It doesn't look to be honest, the early games tomorrow, there aren't too many good ones. There really isn't. It's mainly the other African World Cup qualifiers, and there's not any standout ones there that I'm looking at and thinking, yeah, be a good game, that. Uganda v Mozambique. Lesotho v South Africa. Djibouti v Burkina Faso. Benin v Zimbabwe. Namibia v Malawi. Kenya v Gambia. South Sudan v Congo. And Somalia v Guinea. None of them really stand out, do they? So I probably will tomorrow night just do the Sudan game as the late kickoff. Senegal v Sudan. So yeah, if you want to join me for Senegal v Sudan, an African World Cup qualifier tomorrow, let's do it. MFC TV, I'm hopping off now, mate. If I don't catch the second half, I'll be back on tomorrow. Take it easy, mate. Yeah, give us a like and a follow and a subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. Shrians, do you think it will be a draw? No, I don't actually. I think Ireland will win this. Northern Ireland will do. I do. I think they'll win it. Ahmed Ahmedigio from Tanzania, Luxembourg 3-2. I don't think there's going to be that many games. Goals, sorry. Games. It's because someone's not said games. I don't think there's going to be that many goals in this one. Liam Manning, love how Buonanotte says he's joined to play in the Champions League and then he's not been registered. NUFC KS, hello. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Shelley, spend some time with your little one tomorrow. Oh yeah, we'll be doing that anyway, to be honest. The mornings is kind of our thing, and we'll go and do, I don't know, depends on what time I think she finishes fairly early tomorrow. So yeah, we'll probably do something around lunchtime. Dave says Luxembourg. I imagine you're a Luxembourg fan, Dave, is that right? Plenty of Luxembourg flags there anyway. WSP, Key, you heard about Daniel Levy? I have, yes. LG, do you think Northern Ireland keep a clean sheet tonight? No. No, I think Luxembourg gets something. Get a goal. But I think Northern Ireland have got more goals in them. So, maybe 2-1. I'm going to say 2-1. Colour Splash, why are you wasting your time watching Luxembourg? Well, that's debatable, isn't it? You're saying it's a waste of time. I don't think it is. What would you say is a profitable use of time? Dave, yes, I am a Luxembourg fan. Well, good to see you, Dave. Welcome to the channel. NUFCKS, what game are you watching? I am watching Luxembourg against Northern Ireland. Colour Splash, go the boozer. Don't drink. Yeah, not an alcoholic or just a general drinker of booze. Not my thing. Spain goal. Haven't they already scored? Wasn't it 1-0 against Bulgaria? Have they scored again? Big chance here for Luxembourg. They've got it out wide. I thought they could have gone through the middle there. FM No Casuals, haven't drank in about a month. CBA with it. To be honest, I can understand how people, if you've done it, like, sort of regularly throughout your life, especially when you're a teenager and stuff, you grow up and you're drinking over the park and whatever. I did a little bit, but only that. Only up to being about maybe 18. And then after that, it just, I don't know, it never really bothered me. Each to their own, different strokes for different folks. I chose other poisons in life. But drink was never really my thing. Colour Splash, do you think FSG will spend big every summer now to stay at the top, or is this window a one-off? You don't think FSG have spent big? We're one of the biggest spenders over the last 10 years, mate. What are you talking about? We spent a fortune. We probably got the most... We spend the most money on wages. We spend probably the most money on wages in European football. Certainly one of, anyway. If I would say top 3. Probably top 3 for wages in European football. And yeah, and this summer takes us into one of the highest net spends overall. So yeah, FSG have always spent big. Always. Matt G says Northern Ireland already doing better than Republic of Ireland. Dave, I can't write English. I am also a Luxembourger. What do they speak in Luxembourg? Is it Swiss? No, it's not Swiss. It's Luxembourgish. German and French are 3 official languages of Luxembourg. I didn't even know what Luxembourgish was a language. That shows how little I know. There you go. Have a bit of that, Dave. Dylan Barton, currently at the game myself, travelling with my group. Went to school with Ethan Galbraith and wished he'd get on the score sheet. Wow, Ethan Galbraith, ex-Man United Ethan Galbraith, isn't he? Oh, cool. And you're at the game as well. That's awesome. They're speaking French to the area beside me right now. Well, apparently it's a mix of French, German and Luxembourgish, which I wasn't aware was even a language, so... That's educated me tonight, but I've just put a bit of translating to speak to our friend Dave, who's in the chat from Luxembourg. Colour Splash, we spent 13 million last summer. Yeah, but that only accounts for one summer. Like, we still spent a fortune overall. FM No Casuals, people can't handle a football club handling their finances perfectly. Liverpool. Well, yeah, I mean, Liverpool are a very well-run club. And as such, we have spent a lot of money. It's this idea that, honestly, the people who put FSG out are, in my opinion, absolutely morons. I have no idea what they're saying FSG out for. I don't know what they want from a football club owner that they're not already getting. Same sort of thing with Spurs and Daniel Levy. Doesn't make an. You can argue about tickets, and I'll have that discussion. You know, they're not the pricing out the modern fan and the pricing out the match going fan and all that. I'll happily have that conversation. But as far as actually being a football owner, I think Daniel Levy's done brilliant. I think FSG have done brilliant. New training complex, revamped 3 sides of the stadium. Spurs obviously built an entirely new state-of-the-art stadium. Team's gone from strength to strength. Can't really argue. Dave, thank you. NUFC KS says no Hall, Miley, or Lascelles in Newcastle's Champs League team. I think Miley can play though, can't he? And Hall. They can both play because they're homegrown. Matt G, best Scouse band ever, Apollo 440 or Space? Weren't KLF a Liverpool-based band as well? They were on a question today on The Chase. See, I like Cast. Cast's an underrated Liverpool-based band. Levy got them top managers, some good players, and a new stadium. Yeah, well, I just don't really know what you'd want from a football owner beyond that, really. NUFC Hall isn't homegrown, are they? Hall came from Chelsea. That's still homegrown, mate. Homegrown is English. Doesn't matter where they came from or what academy. It just means they have trained in England and been produced in England. Like Jeremy Frimpong, for example, is homegrown because he spent 10 years in Manchester City's academy. So he's a Liverpool homegrown player. Liam Manning, it's not his fault they haven't won anything. It's the players that do it. Well, he can only... If all you want from an owner is that they appoint a manager and give them the money to spend to try and do their job, right? So, he's done that. The Coral, yeah. Yeah. Dreaming of You. Great band. To be honest, mid-90s, there was just a plethora of great bands from Liverpool and Manchester and London. You could all the best bands that came out of Liverpool around that time were unreal, absolutely unreal. And to be honest, not even just the 90s. Even when I was like at school and stuff in kind of like the early noughties, you had like the Zootons and the Wombats and stuff like that, didn't you? Lots of good music coming out of Liverpool around that time. Even going back to my dad's era, Pete Burns, Dead or Alive. Although saying that, my dad's a lot older than that, but you know what I mean. Skeleton Kerry's a banger of a tune. Yeah, lots of good music. Lots and lots of good music from around that era. NUFC KS, do you think there'll be any business in January? I would be amazed if there wasn't. I imagine that Liverpool will get Mark Gay done for a kick-off. Liam Manning, exactly. They had Conte, they had Mourinho, Poch, and they've won stuff. Now they've left. I mean, I was going to say, he's not like skimped on the managers, has he? He's always gone and got good managers. Conte, Mourinho, Pochettino, Thomas Frank. He's kind of hired everyone that you would think, yeah, good appointment that. He spent an absolute fortune. Some of those managers have wasted it on bad players. It's disappointing, really. Marco, I can't find Spain on Sky and DAZN. Do you know why? Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. NUFC KS, January is the hardest window to do business. It is indeed. Dave, do you know Let's You Go? I don't. No. Sorry. Clarkey says Brian and Burmo scored for Cameroon. Did he really? Against Eswatini. Liam Manning, hopefully we get a few in depending on where we are in Jan. Honestly, yeah, January it feels like a... Oh, what a save from Peacock Farrell. Big save that. Great header at the near post and flicked on. Peacock Farrell with a big save, low down to his right. And, Connor Bradley's down, holding his thigh. That's the last thing we needed. Please don't say Connor Bradley's injured. Oh, please don't say he's injured. Matt, Atomic Kitten. They murdered Eternal Flame. Connor Bradley's back on his feet. Thank God for that. Yeah, it feels like the January transfer window is massive for those promoted clubs. Never can really be sure how it's going to go down for Leeds and Burnley and Sunderland between now and then. But it feels like if there's a time where those clubs can gamble and go and get a bit of extra talent in, just to make things count, that's where it's going to be. So, yeah, big window that for the promoted teams. Liam thinks Sunderland will be all right by Jan. They've got some decent players. Yeah, I mean they've started quite well, but they did have a more favourable start than Leeds and Burnley, didn't they? I mean Leeds have had a tough. You've had Newcastle, you've had Arsenal away. Admittedly, Everton at home you got the win, but Newcastle at home, Arsenal away is a tough start. Burnley had maybe an even more tough one. Spurs away, Man United away. Obviously, they get the win over Sunderland at home. So, and then you look at Sunderland's fixtures, and they had West Ham at home. They had Burnley away, which they probably should have got something from, and then Brentford at home. Now, admittedly, they've got 2 wins out of those, 6 points out of 9, but they'll look at the Burnley game and think, could have been, they should have got something from that, even though they didn't play anywhere near well enough. Ultrabeat feel fine. Did Ultrabeat, was that Liverpool based as well, Ultrabeat? Didn't know that. Bulgaria 0, Spain 1, yeah. Oh, Yazabal. Liam Manning, next is Fulham away, which I don't know how that'll go, to be honest. We shall see. We're awful in London. Just can't win. Give it time. I'm sure you'll get some. Area is one underrated sportswear company from Italia. Yeah, they've done some good stuff, haven't they? Lotto as well. I always feel like Lotto's underrated for kits. Luxembourg. Oh, what a goal. What an absolute screamer that is from Luxembourg. Bottom corner. We knew a goal was coming from them. I said Luxembourg have got a goal in them. And they've absolutely rattled one into the corner there past Bailey Peacock Farrell. What a strike. Just outside the area. Right-footed, low, into the bottom corner. Peacock Farrell, no chance. Great finish. And there you go. Luxembourg 1, Northern Ireland 1. Everyone was asking me, why are you watching this game, Key? Well, we're going to get goals. We're going to get action. It's going to finish 1-1 now, isn't it? It's a great bit of play, actually. They've done well there, Luxembourg, down the left-hand side. And he just cuts in. I'm not sure who it is who he gets away from there. I feel like he should have done a bit better. Hume, the captain, Hume, just diving in. And then he squares up, cuts inside. Number 17. Who's number 17? Just jockeying him. Doesn't get anywhere near what he should do. Paddy McNair. Honestly, the centre-backs, the 2 centre-backs, Paddy McNair and Trey Hume as well, the captain, of course. Disappointing that from Northern Ireland's perspective. Down that right-hand side where... Obviously, Connor Bradley's playing a little bit further forward, so you need Hume and McNair to do a little bit better there. Dave says, I've been to the Luxembourg Stadium 6 times so far, and I've only seen them win once. 1-0 against Sweden. Wow, nice. Matt, when you go to Anfield, say Tranmere Prenton Park looks a lot bigger than 16,000. Prenton Park's a cool stadium. Like Prenton Park a lot. Liam Manning, Belgium goal. Sorry, Shelley, you asked about Germany, didn't you? I apologise. Yeah, let me have a look. Netherlands are currently 1-0 up against Poland. They have just scored. Who is it who scored it? I will tell you. Belgium scored against Liechtenstein. It was Maxim de Kuiper, the new Brighton player. Spain 2-0 up against Bulgaria. Oyazabal and Kukureya. It's Denzel Dumfries who scored for the Dutch. So we'll have to wait and see now whether or not Germany can take the lead against Slovakia. Again, if you're new around here, give us a like. Make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already. Help me out. I'm trying to reach 6,000 subs as soon as possible. I only started the channel in January, so give us a like, give us a subscribe. I'm live every day watching football. And we're live for... We've done 2 games today. This is our second. We did Wales and Kazakhstan earlier on. Luxembourg v Northern Ireland now. And we are going to be doing Sudan against Senegal tomorrow night in the African World Cup Qualifiers. So if you fancy watching Sudan and Senegal with me, then we'll be live tomorrow night watching that. Cheers for the repost. Thanks for the shares on TikTok. Yeah, if you can share the live, it always massively helps. So thank you for that. Again, tap the screen. Let people know I'm not a bad guy. I'm all right. Dave said, you know the German football club Werder Bremen. I am also a fan of Werder. Nice. Yes, I do like Werder Bremen. I have a soft spot for Mainz in the Bundesliga. And I don't mind Bochum either. I like Bochum quite a lot. Ostermorg, yeah, looks well bigger than 16,000. Went to watch them against Shrewsbury this season. Tranmere won 4-0. Good game, to be fair. Yeah, I saw... Was that one of the ones in the... It wasn't in the cup, was it? I remember that game. Come on, Northern Ireland. Get stuck in. LG, what games are you watching Saturday? I don't know yet. I don't know. I need to decide. Jay Sakini, do you have names on the back of your shirts on the back? No. I have some, but not too many. Like the PSG one there has Ronaldinho on the back. It's a 2001 shirt with Ronaldinho on the back. NUSCKSIU live on Twitch. So I do have Twitch, but I'm not live on there right now. I'm only live on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm not live on Twitch at this moment, but I'm hoping to be back live on Twitch in the next week or so. Shelley told all the toffees about you, said you're nice for a red person. Matt, we drew 1-1 with Tranmere this season. Gills have done all right recently, haven't they? Fred, Levy out, what do you think? I think Spurs will come to regret it. I think Daniel Levy's a lot more competent than Spurs fans have given him credit for, and he's been taken for granted over the years, and he's a very astute operator in football that doesn't get taken for a ride and has done very, very well with Tottenham Hotspur. So I am baffled whenever I hear Tottenham fans saying he's an awful person and he's an awful operator and all this nonsense. I don't understand it. Matt G, now Ireland is united and they can't beat Luxembourg. Why did Ireland not beat Luxembourg either? Liam Manning says it's a be careful what you wish for moment. Exactly, yeah. Grass isn't always greener, is it? It's one of them. CK Levy is awful, but will just get replaced by someone else from Enoch. Nothing will change. Why is Levy awful? Please, and I'm not... You're a Spurs fan, I'm assuming, so I would absolutely love for you to enlighten me on this. Why is Levy awful? I don't understand what exactly you're expecting from your... from an operator in Daniel Levy's position. I don't know what more... Oh, you're an Arsenal fan. I want him to stay. All right, okay. But then why is he awful? Like, what from your perspective, why is he awful? What I don't understand. He's literally done everything that you would want an owner to do. Appoint good managers, give them money, stand back and let them do their thing. You're not involved all the time. You're not like Marinakis, involved all the time and getting involved in everything. He's built him a new stadium. He's built him, he's done everything you can possibly do, I think, as an owner, where you go, do you know what? In play, like, he's done well. He's always been really good helping Spurs become the team that they are. They're one of the best run clubs in Europe. They have probably the best stadium in Europe. That's true. That is basically due to Daniel Levy. And they spend a fortune. It's not like they've got there on a budget. They've done really well. Dan says Luxembourg actually are decent for their size. Yeah, they've done well. They've done really well. Dave, I have to go now. Bye. See you next time. See you later, Dave. Take it easy. Good to have a Luxembourg fan on. Matt, Republic of Ireland, LDD is the last 3 games with 0-0 friendly with Luxembourg this year. And Shelley like our new owners so far. But, I mean, the only issue with Everton's new owners appears to be that they seem to be funneling more funds towards Roma than Everton. And that's the problem. I've heard a few Evertonians grumble about that Roma seem to get more transfer money this year and that, come on, Everton shouldn't be being treated as like the little brother here. We're not some cast off. We should be treated as a priority, not just another club in your portfolio. We should be the bigger club, even though some would argue Roma are a bigger club than Everton. But the Friedkin group seem to have prioritised Roma over Everton in the perceptions of some Blues that I have spoken to anyway. Liam Manning, like I'm always, wanted him out at the Hammers. Now, look, I know it's a manager, but same concept. That's true, yeah. LG, who can you see winning this Northern Ireland? Look like the better team. I still think Northern Ireland will get the win, yeah. But Luxembourg have done okay. They've done all right. They've played well. They've scored a really good goal. I think Northern Ireland may be a little bit fortunate to get the penalty, but yeah, there's still a chance here for both teams, really. I think it's going to be an interesting game. Last 5 minutes before half-time here. Again, just Northern Ireland under-hitting a lot of passes. I don't know if maybe the pitch is a little bit heavy or maybe it's been a bit of rain in Luxembourg. We've got a few people in the chat, funnily enough, who are in the stadium right now. So if you can tell us, I don't know if it's been raining in Luxembourg or if it is raining now, but is the pitch a bit heavy? Is it holding up in some areas? Because, yeah, there's a lot of under-hit passes, a lot of interceptions tonight. But maybe it's just slowing down in certain parts of the pitch. Shelley, yeah, Roma favourites. Some have said that. Dan, there's a lot of hope for Ireland's qualification prospects this time around for some reason, even if we drew with Luxembourg. You'd have to get some wins over the likes of Slovakia, wouldn't you? You'd have to maybe pick up good results against Slovakia. And obviously maybe win against these and avoid big defeats against Germany. Matt, 2 games with Portugal for Ireland in the group, tricky. That's very true. B. McCarran, evening all. Good to see you, mate. How's things? And UFC says YouTube delayed. Well, YouTube is a little bit behind TikTok, but that's only because TikTok's on a phone and YouTube's on a camera. But it's only seconds, and then yeah, you can. If you're only watching on YouTube, it's obviously better in my opinion anyway. But each to their own. LG says Roma have produced players like Salah and Alisson. I mean, you could argue that they've not produced them. Salah was a player before he got to Roma. He was playing exceptionally well for Fiorentina before Roma signed him. Alisson, obviously he came from Brazil, so played for Internacional in Brazil. Copper says 3-0 for Spain already. They're looking favourites for the World Cup, aren't they? Tom, Isak watch tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing the Sweden game, but I've said to a few people now that I'm going to do Sudan against Senegal, so I might have to stick with that. I follow back, says hi, good to see you, how's things? B. McCarran, all good, just have to crack on with these A-levels. What A-levels have you taken out of interest? We was talking to a few lads today who just started college or just finishing college. So they were talking to us about what they're hoping to do once they finish. Joe, one of our regulars on here, he's starting graphic design, he said, which is cool. Very nice. LG, who are Sweden playing tomorrow? They're playing Slovenia. So maybe Benjamin Sesko will play up front. Long ball over the top. Oh, just a bit narrow, that one. It could have gone. Unlucky. Peter McCarran, maths, biology and technology. Oh, hey, you're very technically minded. They would have been my 3 nightmares then. I hated anything that had like a very definite answer. All the subjects that I liked were all like entirely subjective, like English or media, drama, even art to a degree, but just like interpretive. Shelley, Roma in the Europa League. I think they are, yes. I think they are, yeah. Hassan Hersi, I have to admire the Sudanese football players. Their country is ravaged with civil war and there is no real government in charge, just warning groups. How do they manage to train and where? I think, well, there's two. There's Sudan and there's South Sudan, of course, two entirely separate countries. But there are, I believe, because I was reading something about this the other day. Slovakia 1, Germany 0. Oh my goodness me. That's a surprise. The Germans falling behind. Yeah, so what I was going to say is Hassan Hersi, they train predominantly, I believe, in Mauritania. So the Sudanese Premier League has effectively, I think, merged or at least temporarily plays in the Mauritanian Premier League while the civil war and all the fighting and everything is going on, which is awful. But yeah, I believe it's all taking place on Mauritanian soil, so it's slightly different, but that would be my guess anyway. Marta's Roma, God, Francisco, always offside, Totti. Siren, which channel are you watching the match? It's on BBC 3. B. McCarran, yes, the football will be the escape route from it all. Good lad. Well, hey, listen, good luck with it, mate. I really appreciate you coming on the channel as always, but make sure you get your stuff done. Don't be letting us distract you. Marta's England and Switzerland fan. Germany and Italy are rubbish now. FM No Casuals didn't have Germany down to be the team to let me down tonight. Well, I've got Germany or draw. Tell me you've not backed them outright. Clarky says not another Cameroon goal. LG says there's 2 good games. Sweden, Slovenia and Denmark, Scotland tomorrow. And Sudan against Senegal, which we'll be watching on this channel. Again, I've said it a few times, but I'm going to keep pushing it every live. If you want to win a retro football shirt of your choice, I will buy you a retro football shirt. All you need to do is help. Basically, the trigger for it is when our concurrent viewers on YouTube get above 100. So once we get to over 100 viewers on YouTube, I'll do a draw of the people who are in the chat, and if you win, you can get whatever shirt you want. I will post it out. If you want that Fiorentina kit behind me over here, if you want the PSG kit behind me, I'll get it. I'll order it in your size, whatever. We'll sort it out, and I will endeavour to get that to you as soon as possible. So if you want that, then all you need to do is like and subscribe. You need to share, maybe, if you can. Give us a share it to your socials, try and get some more people in. And once we hit 100 concurrent viewers, then we'll do the draw. So whenever that is, maybe it'll be this live tonight. Maybe it'll be tomorrow's live. I don't know, but make sure you're in it. And when we go over 100, I will do the draw. Right, free kick to Northern Ireland here. Luxembourg 1, Northern Ireland 1. LG, Sinani tackle on Hume, yeah. And we've got a left footer over it. It's a big chance here to get the ball. Get a strike on goal here. Got a good chance of a strike on goal and maybe just follow it in. Definitely looks like there's been a bit of rain on that pitch. So if you can get that landing right in front of the goalkeeper. Great shot off the bar. What a strike that was. Ooh, unlucky. Really, really good effort. It wasn't Connor Bradley. No, it was... I don't know who it was who actually took it. It was left-footed, though, and it was off the bar. Great effort. Who was it who took that? Was it Devaney? I think it was Devaney who hit that, wasn't it? Yeah, Devaney with the free kick. B. McCarran, do you think Elliot will smash it for us? I'm so gutted that he's gone, mate. I really am. I'm surprised he got your number 9 shirt, though. Feels like an odd decision, that, doesn't it? Harvey Elliott getting your number 9. But, hey, no, he's a really, really good player, and I think he will be a favourite of Aston Villa's. He's, yeah, really, really talented. And I would have happily kept him at Liverpool, but I think it's the right decision for him to move on, to try and get more game time. And he's competing with Mo Salah, so he's never going to get in front of Salah, but he's a top player, mate, and you'll see the best of him, I think. Right, half-time. Luxembourg 1, Northern Ireland 1. That is the first half done with. Good game. We've had a strike off the crossbar, we've had a penalty, and we've had a great goal from Dada, the Luxembourg centre-forward, left winger, isn't he? Left winger. But a couple of really, really good goals, and Luxembourg won, Northern Ireland won the score at half-time. So, with that said, let's have a chat about, I guess, football in general. Let me know what you're thinking. Slovakia goal, yeah, I saw that one. Jordan Hughes, football is on, yeah. Luxembourg against Northern Ireland on BBC 3. Winner, X Darius. Hi, what position I need to play? I am fast, I am good at dribbling, good at defending. Good at dribbling, good at defending. Be a fullback, be a left back, be a right back. NUFC says, dropped a sub on your YouTube. Cheers, man. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Thank you. P. McCarran, yeah, I've seen you have a buyback clause. We tend to put buyback clauses in every single young player that we've sold. Like, I wouldn't necessarily take that as a sign. It's good. I mean, I do think it's because we rate him. But we've got a buyback clause in pretty much every other player. We got a buyback clause in Jarrell Kwanzaa, which I actually think we will activate. We got a buyback clause with who else we got a buyback clause with? We sold this already. Tyler Morton we sold to Leon. Rhian Brewster we sold a couple of years ago to Sheffield United. We got a buyback clause with him. Yeah, we put buyback clauses in most of our young players. Kelleher, I think we might have even done with Brentford. I'm not sure. No, I don't think we did with Kelleher, but we definitely did with most of our young sort of academy prospects. Ostermorg, don't know how Germany are losing. They have a decent lineup, but doesn't expect Baumann to start in goal. To be honest, I need Germany or draw, so I kind of don't mind as long as they come back into that one. Who is it who scored for Slovakia? Hansko. David Hansko, the Atletico Madrid centre-back. Good player, him. Who've Germany got? They've got Voltemada up front, who's having a shocking game by all accounts. He is the lowest rated player on the pitch for what it's worth. So for all the Newcastle fans who are all getting all excited, Voltemada is very much struggling in that game. Barmer in goal, Mittelstadt, Tar, Rudiger and Collins at the back. Angelo Stiller and Kimmich in midfield. Florian Wirtz on the left. Goretzka in the middle and Gnabry on the right with Voltemada up front. I really, really thought we would see... I think we might see Adeyemi come on in the second half. B. McCarran, did you put one on Ben Doak? We did, yes. Ben Doak we did too, yeah. That was the one I was thinking of. I knew we'd sold another young player and didn't put a... I didn't mention. So he is another one. Manx is the other shirty. Valencia, Real Betis and Atletico Madrid. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, the ones behind me, yeah. Real Betis, Atletico Madrid and Valencia. Be yourself, Dylan. Northern Ireland might lose this. Well, they've done all right so far. They've hit the bar. They've scored. I think they'll be okay. Germany losing. Wow, yeah. Germany haven't started well at all. Ryan, you might already know him, but this Slovakia left winger, Leo Sauer, against Germany is unreal. Yes, so I know a little bit about him. Wasn't he at... He's in the Dutch league, Breda. Don't know why I thought Willem. I was going to say Willem, but Breda. Yeah, he played well at Breda. He's obviously at Feyenoord, but he was on loan at Breda last year. I've not watched the game tonight, so I don't know how he's playing, but I knew there was a few people who quite liked the look of him. Obviously, they've got Skriniar and Hansko at the back, Dubravka in goals. They've got some solid defence there, Slovakia, and players like the Botka in midfield as well. Experienced, Napoli, good player. But Germany should be winning that one, there's no question. Dylan, thank you for the gift. Cheers for that, thank you. Alfie, hope you're all well, people. God bless you all and all of your close ones. You too, Alfie. Thank you again for coming in. Lots of love to you too. Alex, yo, do you watch random football matches? Well, it's not necessarily random, but I watch a lot of football matches. Yeah, every single day we watch at least one. We've watched two today. So I watched Kazakhstan v Wales earlier on, and I'm watching Luxembourg against Northern Ireland just now. So, yeah, lots and lots of football matches. Usually between 50 and 60 a month. Be yourself, Dylan. I got 99 Saka on Ultimate Team 25. He's not 99 in real life, though. No, he's not. Shelley, kettles on Key, tea or coffee? Ooh, tea for me, please, love. Tea, 1.5 sugars. Only half. Can't accept 2. Can't have 2. Alex, it must be better when you got the cup and Prem on to watch. Well, I don't know. I quite like watching all sorts of leagues, to be honest. The Cup's good, and the Prem's good. We watch a lot of Premier League and Champions League, obviously, but yeah, I watch a bit of everything. We've watched the SPL this season, the Championship, League 1, League 2. Watched the National League last night, Brackley Town against Carlisle. We'll watch the African World Cup Qualifiers tomorrow, Sudan against Senegal. So yeah, we've got loads of footy coming up. Every single day there's always football matches to watch. FM No Casuals, Westminster done too much harm to the North East for me to support England. Honestly, it seems for me that the North generally isn't particularly bothered by England. There's a good chunk of the North that is and, follows quite ardently, but Merseyside and the North East, yeah, we've been damaged too much by Thatcher, and generations of our families just don't really care about, Westminster's hurt us a lot, hasn't it? So we don't get all teary-eyed when we think of the royal family and all that sort of stuff. So England doesn't really mean an awful lot to Merseysiders, and obviously inevitably the North East to my mate FM No Casuals there. Chris Povey, I used to love them, but I feel it's a London thing now. That's true enough, yeah. I see, and this is it. I never felt like that when I was younger. My first, well, I guess not really my first idol. My first idol was Robbie Fowler, but I loved Michael Owen because I was a Liverpool fan, and when he scored against Argentina, it was a whole thing, and I loved England then. And then, yeah, you get a bit older, you start to realise what's going on in the world, what's happened in the past, and yeah. But hey, if you want to enjoy it tomorrow, enjoy it, to each their own, but it's not really my thing. Would never criticise anyone. Would never criticise anyone that does, but just not for me. Ostermorg, support the Dutch more than England just because of the Liverpool players. Couldn't give one fig about the English national team. Yeah, I was going to say that is primarily my interest in watching international football, is making sure that our lads get back okay. Like Conor Bradley, I'm watching Northern Ireland tonight, primarily for Conor Bradley, and if Conor Bradley went down injured, I would be gutted. I'd be so gutted. Whereas if Andorra beat England tomorrow, I wouldn't be gutted at all. I'd probably laugh. I'd be like, that's well funny. Matt, the royal family are hated in Ireland. Well, yeah. Chris, I do think if England played all round England, it would be better. Villa Park, Anfield, Old Trafford. It was better then, wasn't it? Yeah, when Wembley wasn't a thing. Now, new Wembley is the issue, that's true enough. Look at Gomez, he got booed off after the Sterling incident. Yeah, Stadium of Light, Spurs Stadium, West Ham. They should take it on a tour around the country, and then it feels like we're all kind of part of it. Thank you for the follow as well, Chris. Appreciate that. Ostermorg, can't wait for Salah to retire from international football. I think he'll leave Liverpool long before he retires, mate. I do. I actually think he might be gone next summer. Laurie Sanchez. Remember when Laurie Sanchez was manager of Northern Ireland? David Healy, centre forward. The old classic. Joe, how's it going? Good to see you. You're watching Germany? Are they playing? Voltemada's not having a good game from what I'm hearing. Jimry, who's playing? I'm watching Luxembourg against Northern Ireland. It's currently 1-1. We've had a penalty. We've had Northern Ireland hitting the crossbar. So it's good, yeah. Chris Povey, they beat us 1-0, didn't they? Who? Northern Ireland. I think they might have done, actually. Yeah, Laurie Sanchez in Northern Ireland, they might have done. Liam Manning Healy, what a striker for Northern Ireland. He was cracking. Joe, so what, mate? It's only international. I wasn't having a pop. I was only saying, don't get all defensive over your new centre-forward. I was just being nice and asking how he was playing because you said you was watching it. That's all I have to say. Nothing else. Liam Manning, former Leeds striker as well. He played for everyone, didn't he, David Healy? Bounced around a bit. He was at United. He was at Leeds. He was at Preston. He was at Fulham for a long while as well, I think. Yeah, he played for a few teams, David Healy. Jamie Berry, hi. What about Isak again? What about him? What a player. Joe, better than your whole forward line, pal. What we saying? Rangers. What about Rangers? Up the Rangers. Upper Rangers. Up the road. Up the road, Joe. Watched a lot of Rangers this season. Not been a good time to be a Rangers fan. I think Russell Martin might be off before long. What do we think? Who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. But I watch a lot of football. We watch everyone on this channel. And I reckon I think I actually have watched every Rangers game this season. We did Motherwell, we did St Mirren. We've done both games against Panathinaikos. We did the pre-season game against Club Brugge. We did both legs against Club Brugge, which weren't particularly great. So yeah, I think we've done pretty much every Rangers game this season. Liam Manning, love to see Dallas again. Underrated player he was. Stuart Dallas. Didn't he score? Was he the one who scored for Leeds against City? No. Who was the one who ran through for Leeds against City and scored the winner at the Etihad? Jamie Berry, we're going to beat Manchester United, make it more than 20, more like 21. I thought we were getting gay. But yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan as well, mate. I was hoping so. Yeah, Stuart Dallas, what a player. Matt says, if only Ireland was united as one in football, Robbie Keane and David Healy up front. Oh, I don't know. I think it would have still been Robbie Keane and Niall Quinn. I'd have been amazed if David Healy would have made it. There's quite a few good centre-forwards. To be honest, Ireland's team around 2005, 2006 was still a pretty decent side. I mean, Kevin Kilban. They had Richard Dunn as well at the back. Lots of good, like, proper solid Premier League players. John O'Shea, Stephen Carr. You know, good solid Premier League players. Good solid Premier League defenders. Damien Duff, of course. Who else did they have up front around then? Kevin Doyle. Kevin Doyle would have been a good shout. Kevin Doyle was better than David Healy, wasn't he? Do you remember him for Reading and Wolves to a degree? Yeah, he was a good player, him. Steve Finnan as well, of course, one of my heroes at Liverpool. I'm trying to think of other Irish players around that time. Who else? Who else was a good, solid, like, Irish centre forward? Not too many Irish centre forwards, were there? Scratching my head here, thinking I can't really remember. Aidan McGeady was a winger, wasn't he? He was all right. Played for Spartak, Everton. JH saying, I'm from Liverpool but live in Bangor. Nice. And Liam, Robbie Keane. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking Robbie Keane, and there wasn't too many others. Were Clinton Morrison. Clinton Morrison was maybe another one. He's on Sky Sports quite regularly. Don't think there is any others really that I've missed. Rangers, Brugge, 9-1. Lol. Right, well, we're back out for the second half here. Northern Ireland against Luxembourg. Joe Voltemade has been good for what I'm seeing. Vert's giving him heavy passes. Yeah, he can't handle the heavy passes, can he? Shocking from Vert's, that. Absolutely shocking. It's all down to the service. Joe looks sharp on the ball and making great runs. It is seriously going to be interesting to see how he does in the Premier League, though. I think he's a good player. Talented player. Sam, how's it going? Good to see you, Sam. Right, we're off. Second half underway here in Luxembourg. Sam Brown, how's it going? Matt G, Steve Hunt. Don't remember Steve Hunt. Connolly. There was David Connolly, wasn't there? Oh, what a shot and what a goal! 22 seconds into the second half. What a finish that is from Charles. Get in. Absolute screamer, that one. I think it takes a big deflection, but 22 seconds in, and Northern Ireland have scored to put themselves back in front. What a goal from young Shea Charles at Southampton, ex-Manchester City. Did very, very well there. Just gets the shot away, on target, big deflection, keeper totally wrong-footed. And Northern Ireland straight out of the blocks here. It just comes out to him. It's a nothing clearance. I think it's Connor Bradley who puts a ball in. Luxembourg end up clearing it, but it only comes out to the edge of the box. Shea Charles hits it, side-footed. It's curling towards the centre of the goal, if anything. Keeper should easily get it, but it takes a big old deflection from the centre-back, who just sticks a lazy thigh out, and it just deflects it right above the keeper. 2-1. Northern Ireland ahead. What a goal. What a goal from Charles, says Matt. Sam, come on, Luxembourg, my home country. I didn't realise that. Sam, are you doing the Ukraine match? I'm not. No, I'm doing Luxembourg, Northern Ireland, and then tomorrow I'm doing Sudan against Senegal. Shelley, good goal. Matt G, I'm sure Petr Cech will never forget Stephen Hunt. Oh, yes, Stephen Hunt was the... he was more of a right winger, wasn't he? Wasn't really a centre forward, Stephen Hunt. Shane Long's a good shout. Have I just seen another goal go in? Oh, Tielemans has scored for Belgium in Liechtenstein. Desperately need Germany to come back now. Pionkalonka. Labour are worse than Tottenham. That takes something to be that bad. Oh, I stay out of politics, mate. I have no interest at all in politics. They're all as bad as one another for me. There's not a one of them that would get my vote. Liam Manning, Shane Long was a great centre-forward. Yeah, he was another good one. This is it. I think if they were to do a combined Ireland, Northern Ireland 11 back in the day when David Healy was around, I'm not sure there would have been too many Northern Ireland players in it. There was some good Northern Ireland players in there, but I don't think David Healy would have been one of them. Connor Bradley's some player, though. Matt, Shane Long scored the winner against Germany at Lansdowne Road in 2016. He did, yeah. Good finish. I'm sure Shane Long... Doesn't Shane Long hold the record for the fastest ever Premier League goal? Away at Watford. I'm sure he does. Yeah, there you go. Fastest ever Premier League goal is Shane Long, 7.69 seconds at Watford away for Southampton, 2018-19. 7.69 seconds, and then it's 9.11, Philip Billing. Samoa Bob, favourite ever football kit? I've got lots and lots of nice ones that I really, really like. Like, probably any of these three. But I would say this one at the very top is probably up there with my favourites. My Liverpool away 99 it's 2000 2001 kit, I believe, that one. Liverpool away kit. Really, really lovely, lovely kit. So yeah, I liked that one. Green, sort of a white sash, navy blue. Like it. Liam Manning, Mane, fastest hat-trick. Hasn't he, when he was Southampton player? Yes. Yeah. Taken from Robbie Fowler, that, by the way. Robbie Fowler's famous 4-minute hat-trick against Arsenal. What a player he was. Elliot Lawler, will Liverpool win the league? Yes. Yes, absolutely they will. Samoa Bob, love that PSG one over your other arm too. Yeah, that one's got Ronaldinho on the back. People who watch the channel regularly, there's lots of people who watch most of my lives, they're probably thinking, Christ, he's not going on about this PSG kit again. But yeah, it's a very, very nice kit. And I like the Valencia one as well. I like them all. I've got lots and lots of them. The Dino years, yeah. There's Arteta was in that kit as well. Okocha, Pochettino. Lots of good players in that PSG kit. But I've got Ronaldinho on the back of it. But I've got bloody hundreds of them. I have literally got all dotted around me here in this room. I've got them all hung up. I've got a Totti one here, a Roma Totti kit, which I show every 5 minutes on this stream. The original GOAT, Ronaldinho. Love him. Love him. I genuinely believe, and I know people will look and go, shut up, Key, don't talk ridiculous. I genuinely believe that Ronaldinho's peak was better than Messi's peak. Which I know is a ridiculous thing to say, but I thought he was so unplayable. At his peak, he had such a short peak, but I thought he was the best player in the world and maybe the best player I've ever seen. Leeds for life, can I join, please? You can't, mate. Sorry, no, I'm live on multiple platforms. So I've got a camera on TikTok, but I've got a camera over here as well on YouTube. So if I put you on TikTok, no one else anywhere else can see you. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. Samoa Bob, are you an England fan? Don't want to assume. No, I'm not. I'm from England. I'm born in England, raised in England, but I don't really support England. I haven't really got a lot. To be honest, I don't really support anyone. International football doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't like it. Or it's football, so I'll watch it. But if they cancelled international football tomorrow and just had a World Cup where a load of random players met up and played together for the first time once every few years, I'd love that. That'd be brilliant. No qualifiers. Everyone plays. Just, yeah. I'd love that. I would scrap all international football except for the World Cup. Liam Manning, he could find space in bed with Gemma Collins. Stevie D, 97. Liverpool, 93, 95. Top white with the green sleeves. Badge in the middle. Carlsberg sponsor. Love it. Reese, Key, that's that. To be honest, I've got loads of the old Liverpool like home kits as well. In fact, most of them are here. I've got these. Look at these. These are some of my better Liverpool kits. Here. So that one's the home one. I can't remember what year that was actually. Let me put it up on screen. One sec. Yeah, that was the old Eric Meyer. Michael Owen, yeah, there was a little bit of Michael Owen in this one as well. But yeah, I've got that one. I've got nobody on the back, but yeah, nice one. And then this one, which is another one of my favourites. This one would be up there with this one, to be honest. Is the old cream classic. Love that. Love that kit. Absolutely beautiful. Again, nobody on the back, but a good kit. Ostermore Key, what's your modern day Northern Republic of Ireland combined 11? Oh my god, modern day. Jesus Christ, let me get a pen and paper. Let's work this out. Matt, David Healy, Aaron Hughes and Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans, yeah. Johnny Evans would have made an All-Ireland football first 11 for sure. I'm not sure about Aaron Hughes though. But Johnny Evans for sure. Copper, which club do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan. If that didn't just give it away. Slovakia 2, Germany 0. What is going on here? Slovakia have gone 2-0 up. This is an absolute disaster. This is an absolute unmitigated disaster here. Oh, sweet Lord. Hassan Hersey, I agree. He was the best player. Ronaldinho scored a fluke against England 2002 in Japan. Danny Mills at right back. WTF. I was on a boat going to Paris when that game was on. Funnily enough. I was on a ferry. Wasn't it really? It was a ferry basically going from Calais to... Dover to Calais. Going over to Paris. And we were watching that game on the ship. Liam Manning, Ian Hart would make it surely. Yes, Ian. Well, if we're talking modern day, are we talking about like right now, this Northern Ireland squad and the current Republic of Ireland squad? Because that's probably a lot harder to do. Samoa Bob says German national team in such a weird place right now. No kidding. It's 2-0 away at Slovakia. They've got to come back and get that one. Jacko1, thoughts on Brian Brobby joining Sunderland? I don't rate Brian Brobby. I love all the business that Sunderland have done this summer, but I think Brian Brobby is not a player that I would have brought in. I don't rate him, personally. I don't rate him, and I didn't think he was a particularly good signing. But I could well be proven wrong. FM No Casuals, Germany, oh my word, man. They are absolutely crucifying me tonight. Do you think Sunderland stay up? Yes. I called Sunderland to stay up even before a ball was kicked. So I'll stick with that. Only Jordan, Daniel Levy, bye-bye, let's go. I don't understand why people are so excited by that. I think, honestly, Daniel Levy's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's done so well for Spurs. FM No Casuals, it's all right. They've got an £80 million striker, mate. Yeah, he seems to be having a shocker, by the way. I think he's the lowest rated player on the pitch on Who Scored. Shelley, my dad bought me a Crown Paints Liverpool shirt when I was a teenager as he was red, but I said, no tar, I'm a blue. Your dad had sense, Shelley. I like your dad. Stevie, Germany are an acca buster tonight. Oh yeah, they are an absolute coupon buster. They are killing everyone tonight, me included. Only Jordan, I haven't liked him as a Spurs fan. What more are you expecting Daniel Levy to do? As a supporter of Spurs, what would you have expected Daniel Levy to do? Because you've spent as much, if not more, than most of the clubs you're competing with. He built you a state-of-the-art stadium. He has hired top managers. He's given them lots of money to spend. He's never really got involved in transfers and all that sort of stuff. He's generally stayed back. I don't think you can be too critical of Daniel Levy. I think he's done an excellent job of Spurs, and he's always been thought of as one of the best negotiators in football. Lee Manning says Steve Staunton, Steve Finnan would be in there. Again, if we're doing an all-time 11, yes, but I think he was asking, Ostermorg, are you talking about all-time, or are we talking about right now, today, players who are playing? Samoa Bob, I think Levy pushed Tottenham into the Super Club territory without winning trophies. This is it. Honestly, it baffles me when Spurs fans are kicking off about him. He's so good. He's done well. Deutschland 2-0 down, says Matt and Shelley. Matt, that cheered me up. Samoa Bob, but when they had some success with Poch, Levy couldn't get it over the line. Again, that isn't his fault, is it? He's done everything he can possibly do. Big fella, how's it going? Good to see you. Clarkey, you have to put in George Best. Well, if he was doing an all-time, yes, but it might not well be an all-time 11. Germany haven't lost just yet, Dylan. There's still time. Still time. We've got half an hour to go in Slovakia. But it's not looking good. It's certainly a bad start. Although, in the second half, Germany are starting to dominate a little bit more. Big fella, Stoke City says 2-week international break. Well, we're watching football, mate, still, every single night. Ostermorg, we can do either. Okay, well, let's do... I think if we was doing all time, let's put some non-negotiables in there. Who are the non-negotiables that we would put in? Sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I was just replying to the message that you've just sent to me. Sorry, if you're watching, yes, absolutely. Samoa Bob, favourite ever Liverpool player. My favourite Liverpool player is always going to be Robbie Fowler. Just because that's who I grew up watching. But Steven Gerrard would be up there, of course. Luis Suarez, I love to bits. Van Dijk too. Steve McManaman should have played for Ira. Was he a Republic of Ireland? Did he have a background from Ireland? Stevie, do you think City get top 4 this season? Yeah, of course they do. I think they finish above Chelsea. Sam, are you doing Ukraine v France tomorrow? No, mate, I'm not. Nostalgia Bunker, as an Arsenal fan, I just want to thank Daniel Levy for all the memories. Fly high, King. That's so harsh, honestly. He's so good. Right, so if we're doing all-time 11, Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland combined 11, I think goalkeeper, you're kind of looking at Shay Given, aren't you? Shay Given's the one that stands out to me. Pat Jennings, obviously, before him. But, yeah, if we're going goalkeeper, I'd probably be looking at Shay Given. So I'd go Given. Irwin would have to be in there. Keane. Both Keanes, actually. Robbie Keane and Roy Keane. So there you go. You'd have to put Best in there, wouldn't you? Ball in the... Oh, great touch away by Peacock Farrell. Very nearly right under his crossbar, that one as well. Shot from distance, good block. Who else would you be putting in? Paul McGrath, maybe? Belgium 3-0 up, yeah. Paul McGrath, maybe would we be putting in Johnny Evans in that one? Johnny Evans seems to make a fair bit of sense. Possibly. Better than John O'Shea, right? Yeah, I'd probably go Paul McGrath and Johnny Evans. And then I'd probably have Steve Finnan on the other side because he was incredible. John O'Shea centre-back a lock. No, surely. I thought Johnny Evans and Paul McGrath. John O'Shea was very good, though. Samoa Bob. My favourite Liverpool player is Dutch, but not Van Dijk, and he played with Stevie G. Ryan Babel? Or is it Dirk Kuyt? Samoa Bob, got to see a lot of Robbie Keane here in Los Angeles with the Galaxy. Oh, I didn't know you was from LA. Oh, well, if you like a Dutch player who played around the time with Steven Gerrard, it's got to be Kuyt, hasn't it? Is it Dirk Kuyt? Samoa Bob, he was a pleasure to watch. So good. Stevie D, 797. David Healy was elite when it came to international matches. He's got a great record at international level for sure. Irwin, McGrath, Evans, Finnan. Midfielders. Keane. Ronnie Whelan. Ronnie Whelan was a great player. People forget how good Ronnie Whelan was. He was a great player. I'd probably have Whelan in there with Keane. And we need maybe another couple of midfielders, maybe. Do we need a wide player? Do we need someone like Damien Duff in there? Or could put John O'Shea in midfield, couldn't we? I tell you what, no. Finnan or Seamus Coleman. It's got to be Seamus Coleman, actually, hasn't it? Am I disrespecting Steve Finnan by taking him out and putting Seamus Coleman's got to go in, hasn't he? I think Coleman... Evertonian fans would lose their mind. I can see Shelley in the chat. She's going nuts if I don't put Coleman in there. Kevin Sheedy. Again, you're picking Everton players, Shelley. I can't believe in Seamus Coleman out for Steve Finnan. Matty Holland was good, yeah, that's a good shout. Packy Bonner. Gary Breen, what a player for Ireland at centre-back. Gary Breen scored in the World Cup in 2002, didn't he? Trying to think of other players who we may have missed off. Matty Holland was quite a good midfielder. I don't think I'd have had him in an all-time 11 though. Jason McAteer. He wasn't a bad player, but not that good. Not so good. Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card for our thumbnail cover player. It's Barrero who's been sent off here. I think it's a second yellow rather than a straight red. But it's a red card for Luxembourg. And it looked a naughty one, actually. The player for Northern Ireland's gone straight down and stayed down. He definitely caught him. There's no doubt about that at all. He's just having a word with the captain, the referee, but as it stands, it's... I'm not sure why the Northern Ireland players are getting excited and going over to the ref and shouting at him. He's given a second yellow and therefore a red card. And the only thing I can assume is maybe that they're pushing for a straight red, which doesn't really make an awful lot of difference to them, does it? But it's a red card either way. Luxembourg down to 10 men. Damien Duff got to be on there somewhere. Yeah, Damien Duff, certainly a shout. Stephen Ireland. What exactly was that for? Oh, you can't give it... He's given a yellow card for that. And a red for Korak. Does he actually give a straight red for that? Or a second yellow? Oh, that is absolutely shocking from the referee. That is absolutely shocking from the referee. He kicked out, did he? Where? I didn't see him kick out. I haven't seen that at all. Honestly, that is so poor. There's no way at all that's a red card. That's not even a yellow. That's horrific. I can't believe that. And he can't even check it, can he? He can't even use VAR to check that. Let's watch this back. Right. What's he actually fouled him? He's not done anything there. Unless it's... If it's after that, if it's a kick out after that and I haven't seen it, then I apologise. But I haven't seen... There's nothing. There's no cameras that's caught him being kicked out. Red card check. Off, yeah, they sent Korak off. There you go, he's gone. VAR has said, yeah, it's a red card. I mean, that's crazy. I am baffled by that. Ali Isaacs, do you enjoy internationals the same as club football? Not really. If I'm dead honest, Ali, sorry. No, I don't really enjoy internationals as much as club football, but, you know, if that's all that's on, I will absolutely happily watch international football. John, do you think Isak was necessary? Yeah, of course. Why do people keep saying this? Everyone asks this. We literally sold, we sold 2 centre-forwards and we've lost one tragically through an accident that we weren't planning for, obviously. So we're down 3 attackers. We've brought 1 in with Hugo Ekitike. So we were still 2 down. We needed an attacker. I can't believe it. Ali, are you Northern Irish? I am not. No, not Northern Irish at all. But it's 3-1 Northern Ireland. 3rd goal straight in. And it's Devaney with the goal. The young man who scored for Palace earlier this season. What a finish that was. 3-1 Northern Ireland. There you go. Matt G says Holland are so bang overrated now. Devaney, what a goal. I think that's his first goal for Northern Ireland as well. John, imagine you bought Baleba and another centre-back and an experienced striker for that money. Much better depth. No. Mate, we've already got 4 centre-backs. We don't need, honestly, the depth. I think we've got loads there. We're fine. I'm happy with our centre-forwards right now and our attack. Ali, what's the best Irish club right now? The best Irish club right now? We've watched a fair bit of Shelbourne. Shelbourne have done quite well. They're in the Conference League playing against Palace, aren't they? So we've watched a fair bit of Shelbourne. John says Gravy's injury prone. Gravy's injury prone. He's not. Why? How many games has Gravenberg missed? Not missed any this season. The only game that he missed this season was because of suspension. And then he missed one because of his wife giving birth. So it's nothing to do with injuries. And won 50 quid on Burton Wood and Carlisle last night. Stuck 20 of it on Wales and Germany. Be yourself, Dylan. The pressure on Isak to perform. Well, yeah, but that comes with it, doesn't it? When you're a top player, it always comes with it. Shelley, Dennis Irwin for Ireland. You'd have to have... Yeah, Dennis Irwin's got to go in there. Chance for Luxembourg. Straight at the keeper. John, can you count Gomez? His hammies are made of paper. Well, again, when he's been available, he's played very, very well. So we haven't needed to call on Joe Gomez all that often over the last year or two. But when he's played, he's been very, very good. So I have no problem at all with Joe Gomez being our fourth choice centre-back. And I'm sure he'll get some opportunities. He played brilliantly when he came off the bench against Arsenal at the weekend. Matt, I thought Elliott would be the Jota replacement. Not completely different positions, Matt. Elliott's a much deeper player, can play in midfield or can play wide right. Jota is an out-and-out centre-forward, so he's never, ever going to play further forward. He's not really that type of player. Matt, and the game on Saturday, Bromley v Gillingham at 5:30, Sky Sports. Yeah, might be watching a bit of that. Bromley and Gillingham, that'd be good fun. We might watch that one, Matt. Why not? Stevie, I might need to stop watching. You're like 30 seconds ahead of me in the match. Stevie, switch over to YouTube and then you can pause me and sync it up with the right time. So then I'm not ahead, you're not ahead. We're watching it at the same time. Get yourself over to YouTube, man. Ali, is Northern Ireland and Ireland the same place or different? It's different. One's northern. one's more northern, one's more southern. John says, crazy how it's been 2 months since he passed. I know, it's really sad. Very sad. Samo Bob, I'm more worried about Liverpool's wing depth than centre-back depth. Again, very true, I agree. Yeah, we're almost asking an awful lot of Chiesa and Engamoa, two players who never really played an awful lot last year. Ali, I think Slot is going to play with two strikers when Salah leaves to the AFCON. I think you might be right, yeah. That's not a bad shout at all. Ekatike and Isak playing in a 4-4-2, an old-fashioned 4-4-2. Stevie should watch Glentoran v Linfield next Friday night. It's on BBC Player. I might do. We watched Linfield against Shelbourne. That was one of the games. Well, we watched that twice, actually. George Panner, 9+ corners. In this one, I don't think so. I think we've had very few corners in this game. How many corners have we had? 4. 4 corners in this game, George. So not many, in short. Germany need to sort themselves out here because they are basically ruining lives tonight. John, is it not Ngoma? No, it's Ngumoa. His name is spelt Ngumoha. So it's 3 syllables. Ngumo. That's actually 4 syllables, isn't it? Ngumoha. Ngumoa. Rio Ngumoa. Samo Bob, Isak can play on the wing. He's just a better striker. That's very true. Ali, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but when it comes 75 minutes, I still always think Jota coming on to save Poole. Clarkey, 4 times they played each other this season, Linfield and Shelbourne. Shelbourne won every time, didn't they, as well? Well, at least in the ties, anyway. Matt, both unbeaten, so I suppose on Saturday, Bromley will have secured their first defeat. Bold talk. Michael, hi Key, put 1k on North Macedonia, just got beat. What do I do now? Skint. Don't put any more on. For yourself, Dylan, Germany went close, but still 2 down. NUFCKS, hello again. Good to see you, mate. John Cena, the Rio on the back of the shirt is iconic as well as the 73. Voltamada stinking the place up. Ali, I'm a United supporter. How does it feel looking at your team and just gives you a smile? It's nice. Yeah, always nice. Same as, I guess, Manchester United fans felt in the 90s. Callum the Red, hear me out. Do Liverpool versus Everton derby this weekend, women's? No. Short and sweet. No. No, I'm not going to do that, mate. Yeah, no. Not my thing. Samoa Bob, what's your YouTube channel name? Same as this one, mate. Search Premier League Dad or Kee Thomas. Get that into YouTube, you'll find me. I'm live right now on YouTube. Ali, bro, I just feel every pundit or other team fans hate United. They want United to burn in hell and fail. I mean, I don't think it's that. It's just that United are still probably one of, if not the biggest club in England. You know, they're the most talked about. They've spent the most money. And they continuously get it wrong. So it's like a... You just can't look away. It's like a... Yeah, I mean, it's like people who drive past, you know, car wrecks and awful things like that, and they just can't stop looking when they drive past. Sometimes it's just one of them. You're looking at it thinking, this is awful, you shouldn't watch. But people do it all the time. That's what causes most accidents, isn't it? Whatever it is, you got rubbernecking. It's ridiculous. It's kind of like that with Man United. Just absolute ridiculous what's gone on over United over the last 10 plus years. Since Fergie left, just seems to be chaos after chaos after chaos, and people can't stop watching because they're like, it can't carry on like this, can it? It can. Callum, he's being sexist. Shall tell him. I'm not being sexist. What? Because I don't want to watch Liverpool against Everton. It's not even that I don't want to watch it. It's that there's more games on that I am prioritising. So, I've no problem watching Liverpool and Everton, Merseyside derby in the women's. No problem at all. We've watched lots of women's football on the channel, but no, I'm not watching it this time. There's other games that I want to watch on Saturday. Samoa Bob, hello from TikTok. Good to see you, man. Thank you for liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. And thank you for coming across. Callum the Red, it's Liverpool. It's not a Liverpool that I know. Put it that way. It's not a game that I know. It's a different game. It's a different team in the same kit. Liam Manning, how's Verts playing? Not all on the Newcastle player, surely. No, I imagine they're not doing all that well, full stop, Germany. Reece Key hates women, confirmed. I am a renowned misogynist dinosaur. Yes, absolutely. Ben Hardy. Oh, here we go. Speaking of dinosaurs, here's Ben. Callum, Shell, how's it going? Sorry, we've already done that one. Clarky, are you watching the game on Sunday? Germany versus Northern Ireland. Maybe. I'll see. Be yourself, Dylan. Key doesn't hate them. He just doesn't want to watch them. It's not even that. It's just that there's other games on. There's other... You know, I'm not prioritising female football on this channel. I know more about men's football. That's it. That's the only thing. Nothing... Doesn't mean I hate women's football. Samoa Bob, the camera on YouTube is night and day better than TikTok. That's because it's an old dingy phone, that one. Samoa Bob. This one's prime quality camera. Ben, you cheeky bastard. The most inclusive fella walking God's green earth. I heard you headed up DEI for your organisation, Ben. John, do you think the net sizes should be decreased for the women's game? Not really. No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I guess that's a question for them. But it is a different game. It's like men's and women's tennis as well. You know, there's some people prefer women's tennis because there's, you know, longer rallies and things like that. It's a different type of game. Clarky, are you watching Brazil and Argentina tonight, Key? Absolutely not. Again, I haven't got the energy to be staying up beyond 10 o'clock. That's my bedtime. That's me done. Reese, Key fought against the suffragettes. Clarky, we've done that one, sorry. Ali, why does Arsenal hate their managers so much with Wenger? They were the same. Do you think they hate Arteta? Oh, I don't think they do. What time is the Argentina-Brazil match? I think it's the early hours of the morning. Again, it's maybe... I'll tell you what time it is. It is on at 12:30. 12:30 kickoff, so it'd be a 1:15, 1:30, 2:15. It'd be like 2:30 finish. Not a chance I'm going to bed at 2:30. You must be having a laugh. NUFC KS, some of them do. Well, yeah, I suppose some of them do. Northern Ireland, big chance. Oh, nearly 4-1. But the majority don't, do they? The majority of Arsenal fans, I think, are still pretty much Arteta in. Shelley, it's fine, Key. What are we saying? It's fine, Key. I can watch you as well as WSL. You can, of course you can. NUFC, do you see Harry Kane coming back to the Prem? I think he goes to Barcelona next year. Isaac has been legged, Callum. Isaac has been absolutely legged. Be yourself, Dylan. Brazil v Chile is one in the morning. That's another one. Poland goal. Matty Cash. Have they beaten Northern? Oh, they've not. It's level, that, isn't it now? It's 1-1. Germany have had an absolute shocker there. Ali Isaac says, Martinelli, 3 years. I never saw him have one good game. Reese, not watching the first NFL game tonight, Key. Finishes at 4 a.m. That's another thing I can't stand, I'll be honest with you. People who watch NFL. Samoa Bob, no better entertainment than watching AFTV after a loss. I know, but do you not think it's a little bit like put on? A little bit of it is put on. A little bit of it is definitely exaggerated. I'd rather watch some actual sincere head losses. Ali Isaac says, bro, AFTV is fake. It's just for views. This is it. You know, if it's actually like sincere and you can tell it's a proper reaction, like I've never known anyone to react that way to conceding a goal or scoring a goal. Samoa Bob, hey, some of us here are Americans. No, not anything wrong with being American. I like American things. You will not find anyone who loves Dr. Pepper more than me, Samoa Bob. I'd love to go and do all the states in America. I've been to many of them already, but I'd love to go back to America. But yeah, NFL, don't get it. Don't get it. Bugs me. There's a subsection of people in England who don't watch any NFL, don't really follow it at all, and then they'll watch the Super Bowl and get all excited for it. It's that false excitement that does me head in a little bit. But again, if you like what you like, I guess. Liam Manning, NFL is as boring as cricket for me. Imagine Ty saying they lost because it's raining. Raya saying Arsenal lost to Liverpool because of the ball. Ali says NFL is stupid. How do you have 55 players in one team and over 100 players in a game? It just, honestly, isn't the NFL just mostly adverts anyway? There's a lot of Americans like that too. Yeah, but they have parties for it, don't they? Like, there's some people who genuinely have, like, Super Bowl parties. I don't mind that, because then it feels like you're doing it for the party more than, look at me, I'm super into NFL. People just do it to try and make them seem like they've got more of a personality in many cases. Matt G, reaction videos are fake. Not all of them. Not all of them. I mean, I have to say, when I react, that is genuinely how I've always reacted to goals. But Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them out there that don't. Like, Goldbridge has talked about it, hasn't he? NUFCK's got to go in a bit, mate. Take it easy, man. See you soon. Ali says, does NFL make you best in the world if it's only America that play it? Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl and everyone went mad. I didn't mind the... what was it called? What was the... I don't know. Was it Lamar? No. Kendrick Lamar. Was it Kendrick Lamar who sang at the Super Bowl? That They Not Like Us. That one. That's the only time I've seen anything Super Bowl related and been like, yeah, that was pretty cool. Samoa Bob, because NFL is super specialised. They have multiple backups for each position, and it's rare that players can move from one position to another. Yes, I was going to say, I know they have like special teams, don't they? To be honest, the vast majority of things I know about the NFL come from The Waterboy. The film The Waterboy by Adam Sandler. That is literally the only stuff I know about the NFL. Sing it again. No, because you're going to clip me up, Dylan, and you're going to make me look stupid. So no, I'm not doing it. Sing it. No. Do the full dance and everything. Mark Goldbridge is clickbait king. And Samoa Bob, that's why the rosters are 55 people. Rosters. Oh, funny. I did play a little bit of Madden as well growing up. Madden. Is John Madden even still alive? Because they used to have John Madden growing up at like... And he seemed to be dead old in like 1995 when I first got it. Liam Manning, the longest yard, is the only thing close though. The NFL I'll watch. The longest yard. I know the film, but I haven't watched it. Stevie D97, Mama said alligators are mad because they have all those big teeth and no toothbrush. Something wrong with his medulla oblongata. Lisha, it'll go viral and do you good anyways. Yeah, well, yeah. I know, but it's not me. It's not me. Samoa Bob, he died recently, a couple of years back. Did he really? What a shame. He seemed like such a nice guy as well. John Madden. Well, there you go. There's another era ended. There's lots of... Do you know what? There's so many, like... How many games growing up, like people, sports stars who had their name, you know, or their face all over games growing up have died now. Like Colin McRae Raleigh. He died in the helicopter crash, didn't he? There was obviously another one, Kobe Bryant as well. Again, awful. Dave Mirra BMX. You remember Dave Mirra BMX? There's only Tony Hawk still going, isn't there? And what was his name? What was the guy's name? Sean, the snowboarder. Sean. Come on, someone help me out. Is it Sean Ryder? Nah, it's not Sean Ryder. Sean Ryder was in Happy Mondays, wasn't he? Sean somebody. Liam Manning, Adam Sandler was in Longest Yard as well, and R. Kelly, yeah. DC Michael Jackson on Just Dance as well, made that up. Shaun White. Is it Shaun White? I think it is, yeah. Guy with the red hair. Yeah, Shaun White snowboarding. 5-time Olympian. Red-headed snowboarder. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, lots of sports stars passed away. Very sad. The ice hockey player. Who's the ice hockey player who's died? The ice hockey player. Gretzky. It was Gretzky on the front of the... he's not died, has he? Has Wayne Gretzky died? No. Who was on the cover? There's always different players on the cover of the NHL. I've actually been to an NHL game. It's one of the few other sports that I've actually been and watched live. I went and watched the New York Rangers against the Toronto Maple Leafs at Madison Square Garden. It was wicked. Samoa Bob Gretzky is alive. I thought he was. Yeah, I didn't think Gretzky had died. Tiger Woods still on PGA games though. Yeah, that's true enough. Colin McRae, we said Colin McRae. Sorry, Adam464AD, will missing out on Gay be devastating? No, I think we get him in January, so we only have to wait a few months. We'll have him in Jan. Bar's not been in recently because been coaching my own team and season's starting, but hope all's been well. Yeah, mate, same to you, and good luck with the coaching and everything. That seems, I'd love to do something like that. I really would. That's really cool. Samoa Bob, hockey is great live. The speed at which they move is insane. Yeah, we was bizarrely right down the front. I have no idea how we managed to get the seats that we got. Because I went up to the ticket office at Madison Square Garden and I was like, what's the next event on? And they were like, oh, we've got the Toronto Maple Leafs against the New York Rangers in like 4 days. Cool. Have you got any tickets left? Yeah, we've got these left. Oh, okay, fine, yeah. And I ended up, I think I must have paid about $500 for 2 tickets. But I was basically about 3 rows back from the front. And there was a couple in front of us who it was their anniversary. So the camera, like, this guy came with a big camera and put his thingy on there. And we was sat right behind him. And we were on the big screen at Madison Square Garden. It was wicked. Loved it. Matt, worst game ever. Spice World, PS1, 10 minutes of rubbish. I had that game. I had that game, but I didn't buy it. It was one of them where my uncle used to do, like, chipped. Back in the day, used to do chipped PlayStation games. Chance! Oh, over the bar. Yeah, he did chipped PlayStation games. And it was one of them where he just gave me for Christmas, like, he had his, like, 20 PlayStation games. And in there, for some reason, was Spice World. Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? Bars, cheers, mate. If we win the league 4-2-3-1 to the moon. Absolutely. Hey, and if you need any sponsors, assuming the channel's still good and you're still coaching next year, if you need any shirt sponsors, I'll buy you your kit and we'll get Premier League Dad on the front. Matt, grass hockey is played, Skinburn, AstroTurf. I can believe Luton Town and Oldham had an Astro hockey pitch. I used to play with a fella who... I used to work with a fella who played lacrosse professionally in England as well. Liam Manning, what was the guy on the BMX game called? Dave Mirror. Dave Mirror BMX. It was such a good game, that. But he's sadly passed. XX Tricky. Yeah, SSX Tricky it was, wasn't it? Hassan Hersey, Greg Millen. What about Greg Millen? Canadian hockey commentator. No, I don't think he was one of the ones that was on. He might have been, I don't know. Slovakia have beaten Germany. Unbelievable. Yeah, Matt Hoffman did have BMX games. But he is still going. He's still alive. He was actually in Jackass, wasn't he? He used to be in Jackass, the movies. But Dave Mirror. Yeah, Dave Mirror, sadly. Yeah. Not good. Sadly passed away. Be yourself, Dylan. Search Adam Johnson, ice hockey player. Is that the one? Oh yeah, no, I know that was the one with the the one that passed away on the ice. Yeah, I remember that. That was only a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Liam Manning used to play that with Tony Hawk back in my youth. Great games. Talking about cheese, says, what's the implications for Spurs now? Is it a good thing that Levy has gone? I don't think so. Many Spurs fans seem to think that it is a good thing. I think it's a terrible thing. I think for the job that Daniel Levy has done for 20-odd years, he's been fantastic. Well, it's finished here in Luxembourg. Luxembourg 1, Northern Ireland 3. Luxembourg going down to 10 men. I think that was quite harsh, personally, but still the right result on the night. I think Northern Ireland fully deserved to win it in the end, so... yeah, really, really good. Some more Bob. Also search Paulina Gretzky. Paulina Gretzky. I'm guessing that's his lovely better half. Let's have a look at Paulina Gretzky. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, very nice lady. Oh, daughter of Wayne Gretzky. Oh, I thought that was his wife then. Yeah, she looks a very lovely lady. Obviously, I'm married, but she looks a lovely lady. Yeah. Shelley, well done, Slovakia. Liam Manning, the only owner I want gone was Ridsdale. He should rot in hell. Peter Ridsdale. Callum, do the Scotland game, please, tomorrow, buddy. If they win £100, I bet against Germany. Nice, well done, you. No, I don't think I am going to be doing Scotland tomorrow. I've promised too many people on the channel that we're going to do Sudan against Senegal, so I have to do Sudan against Senegal now. That's the one we'll stick with tomorrow. So I'll be live tomorrow night. If you want to join me tomorrow, make sure you've clicked like and subscribe, whether you're on TikTok, whether you're on YouTube. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. It makes a massive, massive difference to me. So thank you very much if you have already. And enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. And I will see you all tomorrow with a bit of luck. Have a lovely night. Take it easy.